So if I don't dunk my head, do I still get the full benefits? Let's find out. Hello guys, and welcome back to the series. As always, big shout out to my research team for looking into these subjects and finding the studies for us. And let's go ahead and get into it. Head dunks, are they necessary? Now, as with anything that we are finding, there is lots of mixed information. Lots of research still needs to be done into a lot of these topics that we're talking about. One of the common threads that we did find with these studies, though, was do not ever start cold water immersion with your head. It can send you into shock, especially if you're planning on doing some cold water swimming. Definitely make sure you're easing into the water. Don't just go diving straight in. So are there actually any physical benefits to the head dunk? Honestly, the nothing that we found seems to talk about any kind of physical benefit from head dunking, with the exception of migraine relief. So if you are experiencing migraines, which we've done a video about previously, head dunking with a migraine can in fact help lessen the pain of the migraine. And over time, if you do continual head dunks, it can actually help with migraine mitigation and give you less migraines. But there is a lot of data behind the mental benefits. So the first study that we looked into was from WebMD, and it did talk about face dunking into ice water. A lot of people do this to relieve anxiety. Cold water activates your parasympathetic nervous system, which is the one linked to rest and relaxation, to trigger a biological response that tells you to calm down. So basically, if you're having a panic attack or an anxiety attack, or you're just feeling overly stressed, a quick head dunk can make you feel a whole lot better. Another reason to go ahead and do the head dunk, according to our second study, is that it can assist with such conditions as acne and eczema, because it does help turn up the metabolic rate of cells, which means you are sliding off the dead skin cells faster, leading to less opportunity for your pores to get infected and lead to blemishes. There for a while, many people were doing an ice water facial at night because they believed it would firm the skin. And there is some data to show that cold therapy does help firm the skin. So from an anti-aging perspective, this could potentially be helpful to do a head dunk as well. The third study we looked at talked about the mammalian diving reflex, which consists of breathing cessation, a dramatic slowing of heart rate, and an increase in peripheral vasoconstriction. When activated in emergency situations where a person might drown, it's thought to conserve vital or oxygen stores and maintain life by redirecting activity to the two organs most essential for life, which is the heart and the brain. In other words, the body's physiological response to cold water submersion by stopping your breathing and slowing down your heart rate to save energy for survival. So why is this important? Well, when used as a coping technique, the goal is not to significantly stop your breathing or lower your heart rate, but instead brief experiences with cold water or cold objects, particularly when the cold hits the face and nose, sends a message to the vagus nerve, which manages the parasympathetic nervous system known as the rest and relaxation system, which we talked about previously. When it's activated, it regulates and slows down your heart rate and breathing and leads to an overall feeling of calm for many people. It also signals to your brain and body that there's no emergency going on here, and therefore helps you to reset and relax from a stressful situation. And if you remember from previous videos, the vagus nerve is also where that brown fat activation is going to come into play. That's where the natural brown fat starts forming in your body and starts burning the bad fat. So how do you activate this reflex with ice water? Well, if you're already doing cold plunges, you dunk your head all the way in. If you're not doing cold plunges yet, you can do cold showers, of course. And if you're not able to do cold showers, fill a bowl with ice water, submerge your face in the ice water for 10 to 15 seconds and repeat as needed. Now, remember, 10 to 15 seconds is a starting point, same as, 2 minutes is a starting point with ice plunging. Do not beat yourself up over it if you can't do the full 10 seconds. And of course, the first time you try it, please make sure somebody is there with you, so that if you do start panicking or something goes wrong, you have somebody there to assist you. We've not found any studies that state whether or not you should do the head dunk in the beginning of the cold plunge or at the end of the cold plunge. I will say if you do it at the beginning of the cold plunge, it does tend to make the cold plunge feel a little less cold, just because your entire body cools down a little bit faster. Ending on a head dunk can, of course, help with that extra energy activation. So really, it's up to you. I personally do not head dunk every time I plunge. I leave it up to my body when I get in to decide if I want to or not, unless I have a migraine, and then I will head dunk every time. And of course, guys, talking about listening to your body, that is what Ice Wellness is all about. Our Ice Wellness Journal is designed to help you discover the perfect parameters for your cold water immersion. And our 3-part system is designed to help you get out of your head, relax, get into the cold plunge, and do some post-plunge workouts to naturally warm up and to get a little bit of exercise into your day. Check it out at ice-wellness.com.